So, bringing you some more spiritual divine guidance, messages from source, from all that is. And this is inspired by many of the people I've worked with, especially over the last few months. Let's talk about if there's something that you really, really want that isn't happening. So we'll take the example of something that's really, that you can't really, it feels like really out of control, would be relationships. So if you're looking for a romantic relationship, the significant other, the soulmate, the twin flame, you know, the big one. Notice how in our consciousness we make certain desires big and certain desires small. And the small things, like just say you decided, you know, I really want to get a new candle. I want to get a beautiful new candle for my bedroom. You can manifest that candle in an hour or less. You could walk up to a shop and see the perfect candle, the perfect size, the perfect color, fits the room, it matches the drapes, blah, 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 blah. But because that's a small desire, we think that's easier to manifest. But we give things like relationships, the big energy, the big momentum, the big alarm bell, you know, which is a mistake, because creation is creation. Manifestation is manifestation. It's not big or small when it comes to the laws of physics and it comes to the law of resonance, or more commonly, popularly known as the law of attraction. So if you're wanting to manifest something and you're finding it's not happening, that's the first thing you can do. Ask yourself, how am I relating to this desire? Am I making it this big, huge mountain of a thing that I feel is next to near impossible to experience? You know, am I saying to myself, this would be too big, too good to be true? You know, that expression, too good to be true, is such a negative, miserable expression. You know, in other words, goodness isn't natural. In other words, you know, you don't deserve your good, or if something is really good, it's not authentic, it's not real. So I ask you to question those negative beliefs and those handed down, really limiting concepts. Don't ever say it's too good to be true, because you're really putting that limited, narrow-minded perspective into your energy. So the next thing you need to do is you need to ask yourself, when you think about this desire, does it spark excitement, joy, feelings of emotional satisfaction, or does it spark fear, insecurity, a general feeling of lack? So in other words, when you think about your desire, you have to be really authentic and honest about this. Are you more in tune with the lack of it or the presence of it? If it's present in your energy, if you're feeling that emotional connection, if you have butterflies, if you're feeling excited about meeting this person, if you're finding pleasure in just visualizing, in just thinking, like literally imagining walking down the street holding that person's hand, you're pretty close. But if you're honestly visualizing and you're finding that instead you're crying or you're feeling lonely, you're not near. You're vibrationally not ready to have that experience. So if that's happening, you need to drop it. If you're feeling the absence stronger than the presence of it in your energy field, because it's always inside, this is an inside project. This is not, you're not going to, you know, you can meddle all you want in the outside. You can join all the online groups, dating sites. It's a waste of time if you haven't lined up energetically with what you want. If you don't, if you're not feeling energetically connected and ready and believing, if you're not allowing this desire to happen, it doesn't matter. You can take all the action steps you want, you're not going to get anywhere, which is probably what's been happening for you. If you're not getting what you want. So you got to be really wise about your energy and how you spend it, okay? And I said in the previous video for September energies, work wiser, not harder. Work smarter, work wiser, not harder. So yeah, if you can honestly say, you know what, I just don't believe it right now. I've had too many bad experiences. I'm just fresh out of a breakup. That is not the time to do the work of visualization. It's not the time to date. It's not the time to try to force things to happen. We have to be honest about where we are. We have to acknowledge our feelings right here, right now. We have to honor our belief systems. If you don't believe it's going to happen, drop it. Focus on something that is working. Focus on something that is exciting, that is energetically cooked into your aura, that you do believe is going to happen, and give that your full attention. Move away from the absence, the lack, the negative concepts, because they're not going to serve you if you're hooked into the belief that this is not possible. If something isn't possible, you're right, it's not possible. The universe will reflect that, mirror that back to you every time. So if you find you'll be going on loads of dates and you're getting nowhere, drop it for a while. Give it a rest. Literally let go and let God step in. Focus on what is working. Maybe you're feeling great about your health. Maybe you're feeling very fit. You're exercising really well. Maybe your social life is thriving. Maybe you've got wonderful, rich friendships and you're enjoying going out with your friends. Focus on that. Or maybe your job is, is really satisfying for you. So anywhere in your life that is giving satisfaction, maybe you're painting, you're making jewelry, you're doing pottery, and that's giving you life, it's giving you energy, you're enjoying cooking. Focus on what is working. Because what happens is, the universe doesn't care where you get your satisfaction. It doesn't care where you get your joy. But it will match you up with those joyful energies. So if you're in a joyful energy at home, cooking up your dinner, making some fancy curry, and you're enjoying your work and you're focusing on the things that are working, that will actually line you up then with a relationship that also works. So, you get where you focus. Like whatever you're focusing on will expand, it will grow, it'll have a snowball effect in your life. So don't think, humans think we gotta get into the issue. We gotta go into the problem and we gotta just focus on that and we gotta hammer it into place. How's that working for you? That doesn't work. You've been told so many lies. You've been told so many, you've been given a lot of the tools to go the hard way, to take the long, hard road. I'm here to show you how to transform effortlessly, easily, to work with the energies, to work with the vibrations of your life. So, know that you're actually being very wise when you drop something that isn't moving, that isn't working. If you're not getting anywhere with something, you're not going to hammer it into place, honey. Take a break, walk away from that thought. Don't keep thinking about that thing that you do not have, because all you're doing is perpetuating the not having of the thing that you want. So if you're stuck in the not having, you need to focus on what I do have. Well, I have a brilliant job. I have financial security. I have a talent for being creative. I'm a brilliant dancer. I have the best friend in the world. She loves me and adores me and we have so much fun, great crack when we're together. Whatever it is, go and focus on what is working. And I promise you, I promise you, that energy will pull everything else up to that high vibration. And before you know it, very unexpectedly, naturally, that's when you'll walk into somewhere and you'll meet that person. But if you're out there trying to force something to happen and you're so focused on the lack, where is this person? I do not have, forget it. You need to drop that stick. You need to drop that energy, because it's only going to keep you in a loop of the absence of. So get busy, get happy, focus on what is working, and I guarantee you'll be getting back to me to let me know that within a short time, that high energy of focusing on what is productive pulls everything else up to be productive too. The universe doesn't care where your joy is, where your satisfaction is. You could be sitting at home scribbling on a paper and finding great joy in that, and the universe will get behind that and focus and get behind your joy and will help you attract more things that bring you that joy. And that's why you have some artists who literally can just scribble on a page and they can sell it for millions, because that scribble came from a place of inspired joy. It came from divine channeling. It came from a sense of love and worthiness, and that is in the energy of that is in that scribble. And when people look at it, they can see that, they can feel that energy, and they want to buy it. They want to be part of that. It's attractive, you know. Joy and authentic satisfaction is a very attractive energy. So if you want to be attractive to what you want to create, you have to be satisfied in yourself. You have to have joy in your own existence first, and then the rest will naturally and organically be attracted to you in return. I hope that helps.